You are listening to EPT 100 Days, a podcast I developed for you to easily access targeted forgiveness and affirmation statements. I'm Sherry Hamilton, holistic emotional therapist at EPT Works Huntsville. EPT is short for Emotional Polarity Technique, an innovative, holistic emotional therapy that will change your life for good. "100 Days of EPT, Day 48. I believe it." Think and speak aloud, "I believe it." How often do you hear yourself say, "I don't believe it"? I have said that a lot in my life. I've spoken it out loud and I've heard it in my head. I heard my mother say those words often. They were an incredulous verbal space filler for taking in and absorbing events that were either really wonderful or really horrible. I have decided to challenge that space filler, "I don't believe it," and basic reaction to any kind of event by deciding that I do believe it. I'm deciding now to believe what I am hearing and witnessing. I want to absorb the truth without the resistance of that old space filler that was built into me in my childhood. So now, here is the question. What good am I doing myself to change this thought from "I don't believe it" to "I believe it"? There are three things that come to my mind immediately. I'm all about efficiency, truth, and helping others. Just having to deal with the regular thought in my head that says "I don't believe it" lacks efficiency to me. The truth is, I want to believe it. Speaking that disbelief is bothersome to me and feels difficult and resistant to just jumping in with a positive response of either gratitude or creative helping solutions. So I'm capturing this thought that's bothersome and resistant in my inner world that gets in my way of being my best self. And I think that'll help you too. So while thinking, "I believe it," place one hand over your heart and one hand over your forehead. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Repeat, taking 2 more deep breaths in and out. Remove your hand from your forehead. Hold one hand over your heart with your thumb under one collarbone and your 4 fingers under the other collarbone. Gently rub spots below collarbones while speaking the following statements. Take a deep breath in and out after you speak aloud each statement. I deeply and completely accept myself, even when I am afraid to show up and believe it. I deeply and completely accept myself, even when I am afraid to pay attention to what is happening now. I deeply and completely accept myself, even when I am afraid to tell the truth about it now. I deeply and completely accept myself, even when I am afraid to let go of what I expected in this moment and what it would be. I deeply and completely accept myself, even when I'm afraid it is all my fault. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if I choose to keep this thought, "I can't believe it," or let it go. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if this thought, "I can't believe it," continues for the rest of my life. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if I don't deserve to heal and let go of this resistance to "I believe it." I deeply and completely accept myself, even if it isn't safe for me to heal and let go of my disbelief. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if it isn't safe for others, for me to heal and let go of my disbelief. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if it isn't possible for me to heal and let go of this resistance to believing. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if I won't allow myself to heal and let go of this disbelief. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if I won't do what is necessary to heal and let go of this thought. I can't believe it. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if getting over this old patterned thinking will not be good for me or for other people. I deeply and completely accept myself, even if I have a unique block that prevents me from healing and letting go of this old pattern of thinking. I don't believe it. I forgive myself for believing I can't change this thinking. I forgive myself for believing I can change this thinking. I forgive myself for believing I can't believe I can change. I forgive myself for believing I don't want to change this pattern. I forgive myself for believing changing this pattern of thinking separates me from my mother's love. I forgive myself for believing I can't show up and believe it. I forgive myself for believing I can't pay attention and believe it. I forgive myself for believing I can't tell the truth and believe it. I forgive myself for believing I can't let go of what I expected to believe or disbelieve at this moment. I forgive others for teaching me this disbelieving response as an important space holder to decide how I want to think about the truth I am experiencing. I forgive others for having difficulty with belief and acceptance in an event in their lives. I forgive others for disbelieving. I forgive others for believing it isn't possible for them or for me to believe it. I give others permission to forgive me for showing up with full belief and acceptance. I give others permission to forgive me for paying attention to my thought. I believe it. I give others permission to forgive me for telling the truth that I believe it. I give others permission to forgive me for letting go of the pattern of resistance in my memory. I can't believe it. Without the need to carry on my old ways of thinking, I'm free to let it go for the thought and experience. I believe it. I'm free to show up with encouragement and creativity in full belief. Without the need to carry on my old ways of thinking, I am free to show up with encouragement and creativity in full belief. I'm free to pay attention to my new lack of resistance to the thought, I believe it. I'm free to tell the truth that I believe it and accept it with God's grace. Without the need to carry on my old ways of thinking, I'm free to create an experience for myself that brings connection and love as I believe it. I'm free to feel gratitude for my life now and believe it. I'm free to experience my life in real time with connection to real experience, believing it. I'm free to connect what I know in my head with what I feel in my heart and believe it. I'm free to feel wonderful, capturing every thought of conflict and resistance to belief and hope and changing it easily. May you be blessed today with a thankful heart to experience your life and your connection to others with safety and belonging. May you know that you matter. May you show up in peace, trust, and friendships that last a lifetime. May you see, know, and act on good with all your heart, all your mind, and all your strength.